I'm just gonna do a little walkthrough of the befores of Vintage Pearl. So I'm gonna kind of go over what we're gonna do on the exterior because it's looking a little shabby right now. We are, so my color palette is black and white pretty much for my personal preference. I just think it's a good neutral. I think black and white are both really great neutral colors. Kind of you can put a pop of anything with it, but also for resale value, I think that those colors really are appealing to a lot of people. So everything, like the front porch is kind of getting a little bit of a makeover as far as we're gonna have to replace some of the wood and do a little bit of updating on that. We're gonna do some big pavers that go out to this little sidewalk thing that we have that comes up the walk, and then everything that's pretty much white on the house is going to turn to black, and then the green, the peas, it's gonna turn white. So it's like a peas and carrots house right now. So we have a red carrot door and, you know, peas for the exterior color. It's fantastic. So let's go ahead and go inside and see what we're gonna do in here. All right, so welcome. This is a 1898 house that has a lot of good character, but it just needs some love. So this week, actually, we started some construction. So we've already taken up quite a few things. So we're gonna redo all the floors throughout the house. And so they already took up the shoe molding. We're starting to paint. As you can see, I'm going with some black. This is not the color, this is just kind of a primer, but we're doing white on the walls, black as far as all the trim around doors and windows it's gonna be black. And I'm replacing every light fixture known to man. So we got this crystal thing that's coming down for sure. Just to add a little bit more kind of modern touches.
Okay.
All right,
So in here, you are removing the chandelier here, but are you gonna keep that white color?
yeah, I'm keeping that molding. So I'm painting, I was contemplating to paint it black, but I think I'm just gonna keep it white to kind of blend in. And then I have a new light fixture coming from here. This is kind of a bit of
Will you do anything with this?
No.
No, not
Probably,
okay.
probably not. I will just give that to somebody who may want that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not, I probably won't do anything with it. It won't fit anything, I think that.
And you're a setter.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
It's a little bit more of a smaller dining area. I actually have a massive dining table that would not fit in here. So I got a round table for in here.
I'm loving the round tables now. I feel like the farmhouse tables have their moment, and now the round tables are kind of like taking over.
And it's good for a smaller space too, because you can still get, I mean, this one will still be, it's 60 inches. I got a 60 inch. So I'll be able to fit at least our family around this table for sure.
As far as paint goes, I know a lot of people do, or they're drawn to like a matte paint. What kind of paint do you like to use? Do you use like a glossy, or do you use...
So on my trim, a lot of people don't like a lot of sheen.
Okay.
On my trim though, I love a sheen. So I do a gloss.
Okay.
I do a semi-gloss.
Okay.
I did do high gloss before, which I love, but I'm doing a semi-gloss here on the trim. And I'm doing a satin on the wall, so it's not a matte, but it also has a little bit, it actually doesn't have much of a shine to it, but it still is wipeable. So if something gets on your walls, you can still wipe it off.
Yeah.
So the trick of it is a glossier paint is actually easy to wipe.
Okay.
So that's why I'm doing
That's
the
good to
satin on the, and then they typically across the board, you do a flat on the ceiling.
Okay.
So it's a different sheen on the ceiling where there's no shine whatsoever.
Gotcha.
And then we
Will
go
you
ahead.
be keeping the molding here?
Yeah, I love the molding.
I love it.
So what I love about about older homes is the craftsmanship is so great, and they really spent a lot of time on their woodwork. And so throughout this house, what I really loved about it was the detailing of the doorways. So it has like a little peak that goes up here, and all the doorways, at least on the first floor, have this little edge out.
Yeah, I love that.
So I really do love that. So I am switching it up, not always. So sometimes the floorboards will come into the doorways on some occasions, but this pattern runs all the way to the floor. So I'm doing all of this black and then keeping the trim white.
Oh, okay.
And then in this room, I'm doing like a little shoe molding and doing a pattern around just to add a little dimension to it. Since it is a smaller room, it just adds a little bit of character. So that's what I'm doing for the dining. And then in the entryway, I'm actually doing a little bit of a molding that goes, I'm gonna go like 5 feet high and go around and then paint from there down black, just to add a little bit of little pop. Yeah, I need black somewhere else. I don't want everything to be stark white.
Okay.
For me personally, because a lot of my decor has a lot of black and white, golds, so it just kind of brings all that in. Then we're gonna come into the kitchen, where this is gonna change quite a bit too. So,
I love this ceiling. Get the ceiling of this. This is beautiful.
So a part of this house had an addition added on in 2000.
Okay.
So this was this would have been an exterior area. So this was added on, this portion. The kitchen was here along with that part of the house. This was added on, and then some upstairs, which I'll show you where it was added on. So there is actually no laundry room in this house.
Okay.
There was a laundry closet, which for a family of 5, that's not going to cut it.
Right.
So I'm adding a wall here. And this entire area, because that's the garage door, is going to be the laundry room.
So it'll be like the laundry room, mudroom.
So we're gonna build cabinets here. My washer and dryer will go here. Another cabinet here. And then on this wall is gonna be lockers for everybody to have a locker so they can throw their stuff. And then since this is just like a little tiny nook, I'm trying to utilize every square inch of space. So I'm gonna have a charging station. So I'm gonna have like a little countertop that goes across here and outlets for every kid to be able to just throw their iPad or their Chromebook from school or whatever and leave it here and charge it.
Okay.
So we're not taking devices to charge everywhere.
Now these fixtures here, will you be changing these fixtures out?
Yes.
Okay.
So literally every light fixture except the can lights will be changing.
Okay.
So I'm most likely down here because the ceilings aren't terribly high in this portion of the house. We'll just be doing can lights.
Okay.
I am then extending the kitchen right here. So I'm building a tiled kind of vent hood kind of cubby, and I'm going to take the range and put it in there.
Okay.
And then the refrigerator is going to come over here on this wall, and I'm going to do built-ins around that. And then I have another oven microwave combo that's going to come on this wall. So pretty much everything is going to kind of be like an L. And then the island is then going to become bigger. It's going to move in a little bit, so it's going to be an eat-in island, because right now you can't eat in because you have to access that cellar door.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a waterfall island, which just means the countertops are going to go from floor all the way across and then go down. And it's just going to be an eat-in island with storage.
Okay. Now the range, the refrigerator, did they come with the house or did you purchase them?
No, these appliances came and then I purchased, because it's a great brand, KitchenAid's a great brand. These are like new appliances.
Okay, yeah, they look beautiful.
So I'm getting rid of the microwave, but I did another oven microwave combo for that wall because for resale value, because we plan to just be in this house while our new house is being built. So for resale value, a lot of people are wanting 2 ovens.
Yes, 100%.
So then I'll have 2 ovens the refrigerator will go over there. And then on this area, I'm going to do, so I have a lot of old vintage dishes and I have china. And in my old house, I had a beautiful old built-in china cabinet.
Okay.
So I'm kind of gonna do the same thing here. So I'm taking all this out and I'm doing lower cabinets here, and then I'm having the uppers come down to the cabinet. So it's like glass doors that we open and pull out and you'll be able to see my china. Kind of a fun thing that I'm going to do. I'm painting all my cabinets black because I love black.
Will you keep the subway tile?
I think that I'm going to keep that. So I am trying to also do this house on a budget, this is not much backsplash, so that's not really going to make a huge difference. But I am doing a white tile around my range.
Okay.
And so I think I'll just probably stick with this because then that's kind of the look I was going for anyway around that. I am replacing the countertops.
The countertops. And what do you think? What are you gonna do with the countertops? Do you know?
So I'll probably do, I haven't gone to the stone yard yet, but I'm probably gonna do a white, soapstone or something just because I'm doing black cabinets.
Yeah.
And then over here, when you pull the glass out, on the inside of that cabinet, including the etching around, like the framing around the glass doors, once you pull out, I'm gonna do a color. So I'm not sure what color I'm gonna do. I'm playing with greens. Green's my favorite color. I also ordered green velvet bar stools.
Ooh.
So I'm thinking to maybe do like a green color on the inside. And if somebody buys it and doesn't like green, that's just a little area that they have to repaint.
Right. Are you thinking more of like an emerald or?
Yeah, like a deep green, like an emerald green.
Okay.
And then, so this is the Scary Cellar. It's like a, late 1800s cellar. Like people probably went down there to die. I don't know. It's pretty scary. So this is just a little half bath. So in here, there's not going to be much done to it. All the floors are being refinished, but in here I'm painting trim, ceiling, and walls all the same color. I'm gonna do a higher gloss of a paint in here because I want like a shiny, I kind of want a sheen to my walls and everything. And I'm gonna do a green color, like a dark green. And then do brass fixtures and a brass mirror and call it a day. So that's kind of just an easy, paint is such a easy update that's not, it like changes the look of everything, but it's not gonna break the bank. So that's kind of what we're doing in there. This is just a little coat closet.
Now the floors, talk about the floors. Are these the originals?
They're not, no.
Okay.
These were replaced down here. Upstairs there's some original, which we kind of have, we'll run into some issues up there, which I'll share in a minute. So they're just sanding them down, and when they sand them down, they'll sand them down to like where it's really a light color. But this wood that I have in here that they laid, actually, even if you want to do a clear coat, takes on a reddish tone just because of the wood that it is. So I will sand them dark because I don't want a red tone whatsoever. So that's what we'll do here.
What about the fireplace? Is that a working fireplace?
Yes, they actually put a gas line in it,
okay.
So it is a gas fireplace. You can, I could take the lines out because this is an original fireplace. They just clearly have redone it. They put new tile down, marble.
Will you keep that tile?
I will.
Okay,
yeah, because this is something I don't really need to mess with.
Right. It looks beautiful.
I don't need to mess with that. And then we're gonna go ahead and go upstairs.
All right.
All right. Now we're on the second floor. So these are the original floors.
Wow. That's amazing.
I've ran into where they don't mill this certain wood anymore. I contacted a couple Amish people and they're just not milling it. They're not milling a lot of things right now because it's just price point wise and they can't find material. So,
but you tore up the carpet.
I tore up all the carpet.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. I tore up all the carpet. So we're gonna go into the first bedroom, which is a step up, and this is gonna be a linen closet. So we're redoing all of that. into a linen closet, and this will be one bedroom. It's gonna be my daughter's bedroom, my youngest. So what originally was in this room was a door that went out to this little patio. Now when they redid the roof, this is a torch down roof out here, so they actually had to raise it up for weather purposes. And so then they converted, you can see where they took the door out and they had to put in a window. So technically there's no access to this porch anymore unless you wanted to like somehow put a ladder or something outside.
Yeah.
Because you could technically sit out there, but you know, right now it's just not accessible. With older homes, but really with any home, but especially with older homes, you do run into, roof line peaks. So we ran into some problems with that, which I'll show you in a minute. So this is just, this room had carpet and then tile.
Wow, okay, yeah,
That
I
had
see
to
the
take
tile here.
So this needs a good sanding for sure, and then just restained, reglazing the old windows. So old windows, people think I'm crazy because I won't replace them. I think that they have so much character. Back in the day, they had their glass is wavy. So if you actually look
I can
at
see it.
you can see a wave in the glass, which I love. But it is a single pane.
Okay.
Loads of cold air pour into it, but I love old windows. And then in here will be her closet.
That's a deep closet.
I ripped everything out in here.
Okay.
They're gonna lay new wood floors.
Okay.
So we ran into this in some areas. I'm gonna show you in the front bedroom where I'm gonna have to do. I'll do the same color of floor. I'm just gonna have to lay a different floor since they don't mill this. I can't find this right now, and I think I'm gonna do just like a pattern in the closet. So like maybe a herringbone, or just so it doesn't look like I tried to match the floors, but like tied it into a different pattern.
What color will you be doing this room?
This is gonna be a mauve, like a kind of deep mauve. And in this room, I'm painting trim, ceiling, and walls.
And then the floors are gonna be redone?
Yeah, all the floors will be redone.
And what color will they be?
Same as downstairs, just a dark color.
Perfect. What kind of wood is this?
This is a pine. It's just a certain pine that they don't have right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then we just have another. So this is technically a four bedroom house. This is still part of the old house. So one thing that they did have, back in the day is small bedrooms. The reason being is it was all about warmth. And so a big open space clearly doesn't stay warm. So even in a lot of old houses, there'll be tons of doorways that close every room off. So like downstairs, there's pocket doors that actually do close off some of the rooms. They just don't really function anymore. The ones downstairs are like, the rails are off. So I'm not gonna utilize those anyway. But so in here, this is my son's room. So I'm just gonna do some closet reconfiguring to try to make it so we can utilize as much space as possible. Probably do some built-ins a little bit in there, and then a couple bars to hang. Since it's smaller clothes, you could do a couple in that small area. And then floors being redone in here, everything's being painted. The walls are plaster, which is super common for an older home. So then it's just, when you find a crack, you just kind of have to sand it.
Okay.
And then the painter will repaint it.
What color are you thinking for this room?
So I'm actually going to do a black ceiling.
Okay.
And even though the ceilings are low, it's a huge myth that like you can't paint it ever. It makes a room feel so much smaller. That's actually not accurate. Like it's not going to feel small, even though the ceilings
There's a lot of nice natural light with these two windows too.
Yes, so that's coming off. These windows are cracked, so I do have, all these blinds are coming down. So I do have to have somebody come and replace these panes.
Okay.
Because they're cracked, and this is original. So you can't find this wavy glass anymore. I mean, unless there's like an antique, like an antiquer that kind of like collects old windows, and then you can maybe find. But you could just replace a couple panes with actual just glass. Have
a glass company cut that for you, and then it's just glazing around it. Now, the difference is these are not tempered, and now windows are tempered, so if they break, it's not shattering everywhere, but these will shatter. So,
And then will you paint
be
this?
cautious. Yeah, this is gonna be painted black.
Is this an addition?
Yeah,
later?
I'm assuming this was probably 70s.
Yeah.
This bookshelf was. And then his trim will be black. And then his walls will be white, most likely, maybe a dark gray. I haven't really decided on that yet.
And we can get into the design aesthetic and how you'll style these rooms later on as well.
Yes. So then you go up. I mean, they loved some stairs. So you go up this little nook, and this is the third bedroom. And this is gonna be my teenager's room because it's bigger, of course. So she'll have like her desk over here. It does have some peaks that we're going to be a little competing with on the design issue because her bed is really tall. So that's something I have to play around with. But I'm wallpapering these two peaked areas and then painting the walls. And I'm trying to talk her into, just because now she's old and she has an opinion about everything in life. I'm trying to talk her into doing the trim, like a peachy pink color that's in the wallpaper.
Oh, that would be
That I think would be pretty, and the ceiling. And then she can have these two walls be a neutral color.
Yeah.
Because she wants like white walls. For some reason. And then I'll just do a sconce here. I do have to add ceiling lights to every room because for some odd reason they have no lighting.
Yeah, that's
Like
what I'm noticing.
there's no lighting. Clearly they wouldn't add that in 1898 because they didn't have lights, but
You said that you want to remove the blinds and the shades. What will you put in place? Will you just have curtains, or will you replace the blinds
I'll
and
do
shades?
a curtain and then she can just close it. She
Okay.
can close the curtain at night or when she's getting dressed. I'll just do a dark or a velvet, like a heavy velvet, to kind of bring in some warmth too when she closes it.
So what are your thoughts on the bed? Will you put it against this wall here?
Well, it will fit against that wall, but I really want it to go here so that she has two large nightstands that could go on each side of it.
Yeah.
So that's gonna do some measuring. It's gonna take some measuring and some kind of reconfiguring. These two floors, so I think what happened was this space and that space over there was an attic, and they opened up the attic at one point. So then they clearly took, there were not actual wood floors in the attic. And so that's when they put whatever wooding down, but then this is just plywood because there was carpet in here.
Okay.
So on these two areas, I'm gonna have to do a pattern because it's strictly cut off from the original floor, and I don't wanna replace the
beautiful
entire floor in here.
No.
I love the old floor,
Yes.
A, and B, also, I just don't wanna have to redo all the floors. I'm trying
As you said, you're
to,
sticking to a budget.
yeah, I'm trying to spend the money where the money needs to be spent.
Right.
In here on the floors, it really doesn't need to be.
Okay.
So I'll just do like a different pattern, and it will look kind of funky too.
And then she has the double door closet, which is nice.
Yes, I mean it's still small, but
There's
you know,
a light in there. There's a nook.
yeah, she's good. We're gonna do some built-ins in there, of course. Reconfigure it so a lot of storage will be happening. So that's kind of what's gonna go on in that area, in that closet area for sure. Then this is the kids' bathroom, which clearly is under construction. This is a project actually my stepdad and I are tackling. So the floor is a marble basket weave. Not something I would personally choose, but it's not terrible. So I'm keeping it because it's fine.
It's neutral.
And then I'm laying the black tile to kind of bring in a little bit more funk.
So
to it,
you
to
laid the
area.
tile.
Yes. And I'm laying the black tile all the way around.
Oh wow.
Except the bathtub. And the bathtub is staying. It has, you know, a marble outside, and then I just got some really funky from CB2 shower curtains. I'm gonna do 2 shower curtains so they kind of close like a curtain, and then just do the black tile up to this area, black tile all the way up to here, and then the ceiling will be painted. And then we rewired. So the wiring was kind of funky here. So actually put in plugs where you'll be able to utilize them before they were down low, so you would not be able to plug in a hairdryer or anything.
Oh, wow.
And then 2 sconces on the sides. We're keeping this vanity. It was a vintage piece that somebody turned into a vanity, which is pretty, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm contemplating on whether I'm going to keep it or if I'm going to paint it a fun color.
Yeah.
I'm not sure on that one yet. And then we'll just scoot it back.
And then the double sinks will be so
Yeah,
nice for
perfect.
the kids.
It's going to be centered. We had to move some plumbing because before this was not centered. It was against the wall. So we had to move some plumbing, some lighting in here, and then just doing the tile. And just kind of sprucing it up a little bit with some just like fun little elements. Shower curtains, that kind of stuff. Bring in some other things. Different hooks and things like that will kind of just modernize it a little bit. Then we walk down so actually underneath here is the original floor. So we're gonna take that plywood up and still keep the original floors as long as we can. And then starting here was an addition that was built on in 2000. So it's 20 years old.
Wow.
So in here, there was a wall here last
It's
week.
hard to believe that it's 20 years old.
I know, in 2000. So there was a wall here last week, but I'm going to have, for resale value, people clearly look at bathrooms and kitchens and your master area for sure. So the master area just totally sucked. Like it was horrible. So we needed to gain some room. So we are now in the master, there's gonna be so I'm building right here. This is gonna be my shower eventually. So there's gonna be a wall that comes here. So there'll still be a standard 40-inch hallway that goes around to that. So this will be closed off. This will be completely closed off.
Okay.
But it will be part of my master.
Okay.
So that will be my shower. And here, this was the master closet, which is clearly not doable for us.
No.
So I am actually gonna build like an arch, a little area right here, and this is gonna be a double vanity.
Oh, beautiful.
So it's almost gonna be like I really wanted to incorporate an arch somewhere and a kind of like a little, like this nook is kind of perfect. So it's gonna be, I have this black kind of marble looking flooring that I'm putting down in the bathroom area. So it's gonna come through here and it's gonna come up this back wall with my arch. And then I'm having a sink here and then a built-in kind of linen closet, like a linen area for us to have our stuff in, and then another sink there. So my husband and I will each have our own sink areas. And then it almost feels like you're kind of in a little space.
Yeah, definitely.
This, now we're kind of going back into the original part of the house. It's kind of funky. So this was the exterior of the original house. So before, this was not existing.
Yeah.
This was the exterior of the original. So there is no light in here because they just took everything out. And there's wires hanging, so be careful. So this was the old shower, but you can't, so the old shower was tiny. Like a tall person for resale would not be able to be in here.
Yeah.
So, and this is the peak of the roof line of the original house. So you can't change it. Like we can't raise that up because literally that is the roof. So I am making this the toilet closet. So we're gonna have a door right there that comes in, and this is the toilet closet. And then all of this was part of the original house, but this is what they had as the laundry.
Okay.
So it was a stackable in here, but closed off. But we opened it up, so we get to raise the ceiling from here. So if you look up, you can see where the peak goes up, the old wood beams. So we're raising the ceiling there, and then I'm utilizing every square inch that I can and making this all a closet.
Okay.
So the toilet,
I love that little window over there.
toilet will be here. Yeah, that's kind of random a little bit.
It is random, but it's cute.
And then all of this will be a closet area, and I'll reconfigure that to be able to, you know, put shelves in and hanging. And every square inch though will be used.
Will you have like a vanity station, you think, in here, or like a island or something? Because I've seen that's very popular now.
It
to
is
have
really
wood
popular, and I love it.
drawers,
I
but-
just don't know. Now, all this will be gone.
Oh, okay.
I can't change this because there is plumbing lines that run here. Technically, you could, but I'm not going to spend the money to like reroute every single thing.
Right.
So it will cut off a little bit. So if I have room,
You
but
don't-
I'm not certain I'm
You
going
don't
to
want to close off the area.
because you also don't want it to be such a tight squeeze.
Right, 100%. You want to have.
That people won't be able to fit around it, and I'm always thinking resale value, and also you always have to leave enough room for wheelchair access.
Yeah.
Because that's you always have to leave room for that. So I'm always thinking you have to leave enough space for that if the next person that buys this house.
Mhm.
So then this is a mess, so be careful. Like lots of nails and randomness laying around the construction site. This is the master bedroom then. So I'm doing like a feature wall here.
And what does that mean?
I am doing a kind of like a scalped wood across it with some. I can always post my idea too.
Absolutely.
but
We
it
definitely
is-
want everyone to follow along and see the progress and ideas, where you get your ideas and your inspiration, because I think people will be able to take inspiration from that as well.
Yes, well, right now it's a mess, but so it's more of like a kind of a scalloped wall with some trim. I found it online, of course, because Pinterest and all those places are such a great source. But this was, I think, on Instagram, and it was Studio McGee. Like she was just posting something, and it wasn't even of the wall, but I was like, ooh, I like that wall.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of doing. That was kind of an inspiration for me
And
to
it'll be
play
the
around
full back
with.
wall.
Be the full back wall.
And you'll
Yes,
do the
then
bed here.
the bed will go here with the two side tables, and I'm hoping to do a little bit of like a chair, a chase, or something
Yeah, that would be
with
cute.
the windows and the natural light that comes in. That could almost be like a little reading nook or
Mhm.
something.
The floors. What are we doing with the
Oh,
floors?
these floors are coming up, and we're putting new wood floors.
Is
down.
this wood floor or laminate?
It's laminate.
Okay.
So we're popping these up. There's nothing underneath since this is the new addition.
Okay.
So all this area is getting new floors.
Okay.
And then you come in through here. All new flooring is coming through here, and then this opens into, this is what we will use as our TV room. And then I'm redoing the fireplace. So I love a mantle. So I'm having them, number one, nobody has a box TV anymore. So this is gonna come out and they're gonna sheetrock across here, and then we're just gonna hang our TV on
Yes.
the actual sheetrock, and then I'm having them build a mantle so then I can
What
decorate.
kind of mantles do you prefer?
I'm doing a whole box
Extension.
Yes. Because I want it to be kind of, this room is kind of boring, you know what I mean? It's just like a box. So I want it to kind of be the focal point.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm contemplating on what I'm gonna do on each side. Ultimately, built-ins would be what I would do. For budget purposes, I'm probably not going to do that. I might do like a bench type thing that comes across, and you can, set pillows on, and then put something underneath of it for decoration. You could always put logs or something underneath for a decoration, or anything really. You could have a basket with blankets in it. And then over here, I have a lot of furniture that I have to move into this house. So I'm going to put like a stand here and decorate that, and then I'm doing a sconce on each side.
And
So
what
I'm
color will
doing
the walls be in here?
a
Will they
big
be a
sconce.
lighter color?
They're gonna be white.
Okay.
And then the windows throughout the entire house are gonna be painted black.
Okay.
And then curtains will go across all the windows.
But you don't really like shades or blinds. You like a lot of natural light.
Yeah, I actually hate shades and blinds. Not that I'm against them. I just don't like them personally
For you.
So I'm gonna do curtains across all of them, and then take the blinds out. Yeah, I like light coming in, and not that it can't come in from shades, but
I prefer natural light to lamps.
yes. I don't like to see. I just don't like to see the shades, so that's why they're coming out. And I love curtains, so I will hang curtains.
And then out here,
is
these
a
will also
deck.
be black. Will you be changing the doors?
Yes,
Okay.
the hardware will change, and then this is a deck which will need to be, polished up a bit too.
I love the lights. They're so cute.
And then we'll be having, we have outdoor furniture that will come out here.
Great.
So we'll be able to utilize it too.
And then this is your property here.
Yes, and the few warm months that we have here.
Yeah. And then how far out does it extend here? Does it end at the property line, like around the trees, or does it go up the hill?
Just goes up a tiny bit, but not that much. And then actually at the top, so we have a university that is right beside us, and that is.
Oh, is that Denison?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
It's actually a beautiful.
The campus is stunning.
Gorgeous.
It's beautiful and it's very well kept and.
Yeah, it's a really nice school. With some beautiful, like some of the structures on there, because it dates back to early 1800s.
Wow.
Like it's gorgeous. Like some of their buildings are stunning.
Beautiful.
And so that is the project that I got going on right now.
So
The mess.
We're going to follow along with Stacy as she does the project. We'll post ideas and where she gets her inspiration and post more videos as it progresses. But we can't wait to see what you do. It's gonna be beautiful. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Funky, or maybe
Some
people may be scratching their heads about me.
But it'll be lovely. I can't wait to see everything that happens.
So I am usually I like a little bit more of kind of like funk. I am doing some funky stuff, but I am like our plan is to resell this in a couple years.
So you purchased land.
Yeah, we already have land to build.
But because of everything that's going on.
And this is just, we love being in a downtown area, and we're 2 blocks from the downtown, from Granville's downtown, which is a cute little downtown. My daughter goes to school just down the street, my oldest. So she's going to walk home every day because she walks downtown every day anyway. And so it's just a good location given the season of life that we're in.
Yes.
And it's going to take a couple years to build anyway. So this
But while you're here, you're still relatively new to the area. You've been here since April, and while you're here, you can still get accustomed to the area, meet people.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a prime location. So we're actually as a flip or as a investment property, it's actually perfect. Kind of just laid and fell into our lap. So we're so blessed and just so happy to kind of take this on. And I actually love this kind of stuff and live for this kind of stuff. So my husband's like, it's a win-win situation. So anyway, my point of that was, I'll do some funky things, but I also actually have to be slightly conservative, just given that my goal is to resell it.
Right.
And so I have to keep that in mind.
You have to keep reminding yourself that you want to add some funk, but...
And also budget-wise, I'm like, I'm going to resell it.
Yeah,
I'm going to resell it. So it's, I got to kind of keep that in mind too. So that is, I think, the main thing about when you're doing a flip is you always need to keep that it's not going to be yours necessarily long-term. So keep your mind and your eye on what other people would like. Or just finding some neutral ground where you can kind of express yourself, because you also want to show your creativity
and you want to enjoy your home while you're in it.
Yes, but also keep in mind that you stick to your budget.
Thank you for following along with us through this tour. I'm Marissa.
And I'm Stacy.
And you can follow us on Pushing Pause Podcast on Instagram, as well as our YouTube, Pushing Pause Podcast. We have a weekly episode that comes out every Wednesday, and thanks for joining us. We
hope that you guys follow along with us, ask us any questions, and we're super excited about this journey.
And if you have any additional questions, please email us at pushingpausepodcast@gmail.com. Bye.
See ya!